Welcome back, CHL fans. It's the final episode of CHL Center Ice, and it's a bittersweet one. We finally get to the finish line, the CHL final. I'm Brent Pope, and alongside me back in the saddle, Mike Weber, and we're looking ahead to the two best teams in Europe. Kärpätt Oulu faces off against Frölunda Gothenburg. How do you see this one playing out?
Well, definitely, these are the two best teams in Europe. You can't ask for a better game than this. Kärpätt Oulu playing at home. They've been terrific in this tournament, and you can tell they're the two-time defending champions in Finland by the way they play hockey. They're up against Frölunda Gothenburg. This team can just flat out score goals. A great matchup of offense versus defense, Brent.
As you said, two powerhouses in Europe. Again, a Scandinavian final in the second year of the CHL. And we look at both of these teams. It's defense maybe from Kärpätt Oulu, offense as you refer to with Frölunda Gothenburg. We have seen so much offense, though, over the course of the 7 months of the CHL campaign. We've had so many goals to choose from, but you, the fans, have chosen what you think is the best goal of the year, and it's Jakob Berglund.
Yeah, Jakob Berglund scores just an absolutely beautiful goal here, going coast to coast, gives the how do you do to the defense, and then rams it in there. Great presence of mind in front of the net, soft hands. What a goal, Brent.
Hamar from Norway, a new team in the league, and this was just a gifted play from Berglund to attack the defense, to take on that opportunity, and then to come and be so strong at the end and to commit to the goal. It was worthy, and 65% of the fans choosing that as the best goal of the year.
He's got soft hands, and it showed right there. What a finish. Clinical goal.
It was clinical, and this, a championship game. It has to be clinical. Who's going to score first? Well, let's have a look at Kärpätt Oulu, a defensive team, and their journey to get to this stage here tonight.
Last season, Kärpätt's competition came to a close in the semi-finals against Frölunda Gothenburg. 1 year on, and it's time for revenge, only this time in the final of the competition. One man in particular is making a mark this term, goalie Sami Aitokallio. Aitokallio and his team met little resistance during the group stages and celebrated 4 wins against the Krefeld Penguins and the UPC Vienna Capitals. Then in the round of 32, Düsseldorf EG took a beating as well as they breezed past the German side 2-0 and then 3-0. Shutouts number 4 and 5 for Aitokallio. In the last 16 stage, the Weasels faced their first real test, and it came in the form of Sparta Prague. After losing the away leg 2-4, Mika Pirala came up with a grandstand finish with 49 seconds on the clock in leg 2 and scored to make it 4-1 and take his team through to the quarters. There it would be an all-finish affair, but the Weasels would once again prevail, beating the Espoo Blues 5-3 over 2 games. Semi-finals up next, and again a team from Finland were in the way, this time Lukko Rauma. The foundations for a place in the final were laid out in leg 1 after coming back from 2-0 down to win 3-2 in the end. A 2-2 draw at home would be enough to see them into the big Champions Hockey League final.
Last year, Kärpätt Oulu got to the semifinals and they were beaten by this very same Frölunda Gothenburg. Are they good enough to go on and win the championship this year? Well, they've got a lot of balance. They've got young scoring up front with Finnish players, and they've got pretty good depth throughout their lineup as well. But they're carried in the most by Sami Aitokallio, their star goalkeeper.
Yeah, Aitokallio has been the best goaltender here in the Champions Hockey League. He's got a 95% save percentage. He's got a goals against average of 1.00, and he's racked up 5 shutouts. So no question in my mind, Brent, he's been the top goaltender.
He's been carrying the mail, took him through the group stages quickly, and then all the way here to the final. Kärpätt Oulu are going to be at least finalists and one better than they were in the first season. For Frölunda Gothenburg, they've already been to the final, and they were beaten by Luleå in the first season. A heartbreaker for them. They'll want to be one better. They have offense in abundance, but let's have a look at their journey to get to the match tonight.
Frölunda are once again the high flyers in the Champions Hockey League goal-scoring department. However, they'll have to break down the defensive Great Wall of Kärpätt in the final, which is no easy task. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a look back at Frölunda's journey so far. 4 wins in 4 games saw the Swedes breeze through their group, which included Jyväskylä and Sheffield. Yet the journey from then on would be no walk in the park. 11 seconds on the clock, and ERC Ingolstadt were on their way to pulling off a shock win, as Frölunda's 2-1 lead wasn't enough to see them through. Then, out of nowhere, Lukas Bengtsson finds the back of the net to take things into overtime, where Ryan Lash took the Swedes into the next round with the game winner. Next up was Litvinov, where Frölunda started with a close 1-2 defeat in the Czech Republic. Nevertheless, things were soon back on track, and a 6-0 thrashing of the Czechs in Gothenburg would secure their spot in the quarterfinals. And that's where revenge was on the cards. Luleå versus Frölunda, and the Indians were looking to make things right after losing the final between the two in 2015. Once again, it went to the wire, this time to penalties. Andreas Jonsson coming up with the match winner. 1 round left to conquer, and the Indians would find themselves in the final. The team standing in their way, Davos from Switzerland. 5-0 on the road, and a 1-1 draw at home were enough to take them into the Champions Hockey League final. And this time, they want to be the ones lifting the trophy, instead of wondering what might have been.
Frölunda Gothenburg, they've got a very rich history in the sport. They provided more talent in the National Hockey League than any other European club. But here, about winning the Champions Hockey League in year 2 of the competition, are they good enough?
Well, I think so. They've just got so much scoring on this roster. Of course, their top 2 scorers, Spencer Abbott, Ryan Lash, those guys are lights out, but they've got great secondary scoring too, and their power plays operating at about 30%. When you add that all up, that's a recipe for success.
Well, we've now set the table for who's going to be dining here at the CHL final. Let's go and check out the highlights of the match.
Here we are at the Oulu Arena, and it's a capacity crowd. Tickets sold out within 2 hours, Brent. One of the hardest tickets to get in professional sports.
Well, it's just what they want to see, and to have it sold out so quickly, it's such a testament to just how this competition is rising in popularity. Ryan Lash has been outstanding. He's the Cramo top scorer of the entire CHL, but up against Calio, it's not going to be easy, and particularly in a tight game like this one.
Superstar against superstar, and let's pick it up here in the first period.
Great puck movement from Frölunda. They stretch out the defense here, and they just get a shot in from the blue line.
Yeah, Ryan Lash does what he does best, finishes off a goal, crashes the net. It's not the prettiest, but they all count.
You're right, they do. He's in front. It actually goes off of his foot here in his leg, and you see the way he celebrates. He knows it right away. You can't fake that moment, and just how pumped is Ryan Lash to get his team on the board first, particularly on the road in Oulu. And then this shot in, and Spencer Abbott in front.
Yeah, Spencer Abbott, again, crashing the net. Simple hockey, sometimes the best hockey. Puck goes in off the Kärpätt defenseman. You got to be good to be lucky. You got to be lucky to be good.
And there is some luck here, as Spencer Abbott, as you see, is in front. He gets a touch on it, and then he just ends up banking it off. It goes off of the right foot of the defender, and a tough break for Kärpätt Oulu. They can't score. This is in the 3rd period, and they're on the power play, and they need to get on the board.
Yeah, sometimes, again, simple hockey works best. Throw it towards the net. You never know what will happen, and that's exactly what they do, and they're right back in this game with this goal.
And that's Kärpätt. He's a big goal scorer for Kärpätt. He finds a way here. As we said, he just unlocks the defense here, and a little bit of good fortune. They kept going and applying themselves and pushing to try to get a breakthrough on Johansson. And that's a huge goal because they waited that long to get it finally in the 3rd period. And then this now late trying to see if they can't get the equalizer.
Great puck movement here, good pressure on the forecheck. They get the puck in the high slot, one-timer, great shot, a bit of traffic in front, and a nice save.
Frölunda always so strong. They give up a high shot in the top of the circle there, and Johansson's going to make that save, and he tidies it up here. You see them just step out. It's really a long-range shot, and it's going to be difficult for them to break down this Frölunda defense. And in the end, Frölunda win, and they are crowned the best in Europe.
Well done to them. It was a total team effort. They stuck to the game plan, and just solid hockey, Brent.
They were. They really, 2-0 when they were in control, and really were waiting to see whether Kärpätt Oulu was going to score a goal and hoping that they were going to be able to. Frölunda were just great all over the ice. They played a 200-foot game where they were just as aggressive defensively and making sure that they were back. And, we talked about their rich lineage and what they've been able to achieve as far as developing talent, but they're winners. They're champions, and they showed it here. And how hard is it to go into Oulu on the road and win the championship there?
Yeah, some of the most passionate fans in hockey are these Finnish hockey fans. They just eat, sleep, drink, breathe hockey.
Per capita, maybe one of the best hockey nations in the world, maybe the best. Now, let's look at one of the plays that could have been a difference maker in this one for Kärpätt Oulu. It's the highlight of the night. Halfway through the game, this was a great chance for Kärpätt Oulu to get right back in this game a little bit earlier. The
The puck comes back to the blue line. There you see two Frölunda players caught staring at the puck. Great pass here from Eakin down low to Hummel, just unable to convert. A glorious opportunity. Here's another look at it. 4 players caught moving towards the puck, tape-to-tape pass, and Ivan Hummel just unlucky to finish. And that really could have changed the complexion of the game.
Well, the problem for Kärpätt Oulu to have not scored until late in the third period, it just makes it a difficult mountain to overcome, doesn't it? If they get a goal at that point halfway through the game, things might have been different. They get their goal in the third period, they push on, but Frölunda Gothenburg by then had got their claws into this game, and they were controlling it at both ends of the rink, and they really were the best in this hockey game. And I think it was noted really when you look at someone what the coaches had to say afterwards too, but they were the best, and we thought maybe that the offense was going to be thwarted by defense, but they got it done.
Yeah, they dominated the play. They stuck to the game plan. Well-deserved victory.
Let's have a little look at the champions receiving their trophy and celebrating at the end of this match. And look at that trophy. It's something special. It's fantastic, and there are the gold medals to be awarded to Frölunda Gothenburg. And a difficult moment really on their home ice for Kärpätt Oulu to see this happening, but this is really, the best team won and is going away, obviously, as the champion.
Roger Rundberg did a great job there. He got everyone on the same page. Everyone did their job. Fantastic team win for Frölunda Gothenburg.
And this is Joel Lundqvist awaiting the moment where he's going to get the sign-off and is going to be presented with the Champions Hockey League trophy. And what a beauty it is, as you see his teammates in celebration behind him. And a magical moment for a very storied franchise in European hockey. And as you see just what it means to Frölunda to get themselves through and get over the hump. Last year finalists, this year champions. And there we are as they celebrate now. Is Kärpätt Oulu going to be good enough to maybe go on and win it next year?
Well, that's going to be the question. Only time will tell.
It's that moment, and it's a special moment, and it's the hats off play of the night. And it's not just the play, this one. This player really, not only for their involvement in the CHL final throughout the entirety of this competition and their dominance, it's the American Ryan Lash. And he gets our hats off play. But let's have a little look at just how great he was all CHL season.
He was scoring goals. He was setting up players. He was making everyone around him better. Look at that stick handling, and that was a key goal in overtime, too.
He's got speed to burn on this play, his stick handling in and out of traffic, and how he found a way to finish this one in tight. It was absolutely sensational. The one-timer as well. Lash was everywhere for Frölunda Gothenburg in this competition. Let's have a listen to what he's got to say.
I think it's nice. I like to thank my fans, who voted, and all my buddies in Cali. I'm sure they're voting, but the biggest thing is winning as a team. That's something special, and it was a great feeling to win as a team and winning that championship. I can't say enough about the guys, and it's all about them for sure.
How will you celebrate tonight?
We're going to get on a charter here, head home. I'm sure that the plane's going to be rocking, and we're all pumped up to get back to Gothenburg and celebrate with the fans in the city.
And there he is. He also gets the MVP award as well. And when you get the MVP award, you get the Krano Top Scorer Award, you get the Hats Off Award from ourselves. And Ryan Lash, you're well deserving of it. Now, let's have a quick snapshot, Mike, as we look back over the CHL year. What's one of the things that stands out for you as you look back over the competition?
Well, as the CHL has grown, so have a lot of the club teams from non-traditional hockey powerhouses. There were a couple teams from Norway and Germany that won their groups. That was impressive to me. And of course, we also had the Scandinavian supremacy knocked down a little bit with that great run by HC Davos. They were phenomenal.
It was great to see the Swiss side get into the semifinals. As for I look back on year 2, we went to 48 teams in the competition. Possibility maybe of increasing in maybe another country or two. We will see what's in store for CHL year number 3. But that was a big part of it because we moved through the group stages quicker this year. We got out into those knockout stages, and that really brought, I thought, buy-in from the fans and from the players alike. And I think as the competition grows, it's growing in importance here across Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end. And it's been an absolute pleasure, Mike, working with you. And it's been an absolute delight sharing it with you at home. We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. What a year. The best in Europe is Frölunda Gothenburg. And boy, they earned it. Good night.
Congratulations, Frölunda. We'll see you in August.